歡迎大家收睇2019加拿大聯邦大選特輯，我係你哋嘅節目主持人梁英年。今日請嚟嘅嘉賓咧，真係重量級啦！佢係加拿大保守黨嘅黨領 Andrew Scheer 希爾。今日咧，我會同佢傾下一啲大家關心嘅議題，譬如話加拿大人喺今次聯邦大選裏邊關心啲咩嘅議題呢？而加拿大人關心嘅議題同政黨所推出嘅政策當中有冇一啲必然嘅關係嘅呢？咁而最近當然好多人咧都睇住環保呢個議題啦。咁而保守黨喺環保、綠色能源究竟係咪可以挽救到呢個地球？係咪能夠滿足到加拿大人嘅期望呢？咁而可能大家知道希爾咧係5個孩子嘅父親嚟嘅喎。咁佢點樣去教養孩子？教養孩子同埋管理嘅國家當中會唔會有一啲嘅關係呢？而我哋係好多華人嘅觀眾可能會知道，保守黨咧曾經講過一啲對於中國嚟講個立場係非常之強硬嘅態度。究竟喺今次嘅選舉裏邊，佢哋嘅態度又係點樣樣？將來如果執政，點樣去處理加拿大同中國嘅關係呢？咁好快咧，大家就會聽到由希爾口中講俾你聽嘅答案啦。Mr. Scheer, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
We are in the third week of the election now. If people are following this campaign, they might find it is going to be more and more scary by the week. All the major political parties are making spending announcements every day. You are all using the credit card of Canada to make those social welfare and tax cut announcements. Canada has a huge debt problem, and the Trudeau government lied to Canadians to ring up huge deficit every single year in power. Is it because now even the Conservative realize Canadians don't care about debt and deficit anymore? Just be merry and enjoy life while you still can?
Well, actually, we're the only party that's talking about returning back to balanced budgets. And a big part of my plan, every speech I say, a Conservative government will live within its means so that we can leave more money in your pocket so that you can get ahead. But it starts with living within our means. That means that we are going to get back to balanced budgets over a responsible 5-year period of time. We've already announced some measures of how we're going to do that. We are going to save Canadian taxpayers over $1.5 billion by stop giving corporate welfare to highly profitable companies. You may remember Justin Trudeau gave a check of $12 million to Loblaws, a grocery store giant that didn't need the money. There are lots of examples of how he does that. And in the weeks ahead, we're going to show Canadians exactly where we're going to get back to balanced budgets. But you do point out, Canadians are concerned about it because they know that massive deficits today mean higher taxes right after the election, and more of their tax dollar goes to pay the interest on the debt. That's why we're going to get back to balanced budgets.
It's very simple math. I think all family knows about that. If we just sign credit card at the end of the month, we still have to pay. If you don't have money to pay, you have to pay interest.
Exactly.
And if you have money to pay interest, you don't have money to do some other things.
If you pay the credit card off with the line of credit, eventually you run out of money. And that's the situation Canada's in. That's why getting back to balanced budgets is a key part of my message. And we are the only party that will do that. Liberals and NDP will keep spending and spending and spending. That means the taxes will go up or services will have to be cut.
Now, while we are still talking about Trudeau no-show leads to cancellation of a month debate on foreign policy. Canadians saw our country has lost its relevance on the world stage. Our Prime Minister ruined so many international friendship relationships we used to have, in particularly our largest trading partner, the US and China. Yes, he was a part-time drama teacher, not an economist or political scientist, but he was at least elected as the Prime Minister of Canada by many Canadians. But he was looked down by other world leaders when he was in the same room with them. Should we talk about foreign policy during a federal election? What is your plan to rebuild the relationship with China when China has already very clearly told Canadians what they are looking for?
Well, you're right. Justin Trudeau ran away from his own record. He skipped 2 debates. One had to be canceled. The one that was canceled was on foreign affairs. Right. And if I were Justin Trudeau, I'd be embarrassed about that record too. There's a reason why he didn't want to show up. His embarrassing trip to India, the fact that he was pushed around by Donald Trump and had to accept all those concessions. And now we find ourselves in this very difficult position with China. As Prime Minister, I want to have good relations with China. I believe that we'll need a reset. We need to reset the people, reset the person in charge. That means getting rid of Justin Trudeau and showing China that we take these things seriously. We called on the Liberal government to appoint an ambassador to China in January. It took them 9 months to appoint an ambassador. That means that Canada doesn't have a representative during all these critical areas. So as Prime Minister, I will reset the relationship, deal with the government of China from a position of strength, stand up for Canadians' interests and the interests of Canada.
Now, it looks like it doesn't matter how many mistakes our Prime Minister Trudeau make, is not changing the support he received by the general public. He did not keep his promise to balance the budget. He broke the ethics law multiple times. He interfered with the justice system and blocked the RCMP SNC-Lavalin investigation. Most media said that even his blackface controversy won't impact the choice of voters. It may not matter how many blackface photo or video he still have in his closet. Voters' impression of Trudeau will not change. Either you like him or you don't like him. This is the first time you lead the Conservative Party in an election. What do you think voters are looking for in our Prime Minister and our government?
I believe voters are looking for integrity and authenticity. And I don't get too worried about the polls during the election. I just worry about the one on election day. What these incidents have shown people is that Justin Trudeau is not as advertised. He's fake. He's a phony. He pretends to be something that he's not. And I hear from people every day who tell me, I voted Liberal in 2015, but because of the broken promises, because of the lies, they're not voting for Justin Trudeau this time. You're right. He promised to balance the budget in 2019. He broke that promise. He lied about the SNC-Lavalin corruption scandal. And now we see with these photos of how he used to put on blackface, someone who is a complete hypocrite on these types of things. So more and more Canadians see him as a phony and a fraud, and they're looking for someone who's authentic and who has integrity. And that's why for the next 3.5 weeks, that's my number one job, showing Canadians that and earning the trust of Canadians to be their Prime Minister, because I will take this job seriously and I will keep my promise.
So you think integrity and honesty is still what Canadians are looking for in our leader?
I do believe that. I believe that Canadians realize, more and more Canadians realize that they can't trust Justin Trudeau. They can't trust him to keep his promises. They can't trust him to tell the truth. And they can't trust him to be who he says he's going to be. And so they're looking for someone else.
So when people go to vote, they have to look for that. A lot of people are talking about climate change today, particularly the younger generation. The general perception in our political spectrum seems to rank the Conservative Party of Canada as the least environmental friendly compared to the Green, the NDP, and the Liberal. You may not agree with this general perception. Do you believe global warming and agree the world is in a climate crisis?
Well, first of all, I should point out, and again, I don't look at polls too much, but there was a recent poll that had me ranked higher than Justin Trudeau on trust when it comes to the environment. And I believe that's because people realize that Trudeau's plan just isn't working. We're falling further and further behind, and his carbon tax is raising the price of everything. So I do believe that climate change is real, and I do believe that human beings have an impact on our environment. And that's why we have a real plan that will do more to lower global emissions by taking the climate change fight international. Helping other countries adopt clean technology, made in Canada technology, encouraging investment in research and development. Those are the types of things that are proven to have worked.
Now, why should Canadians believe the Conservative Green Plan will work and will work better than the Liberal Green Plan or the Green Party Green Plan and other plans?
Because our model is proven to work. For example, we focus on technology, not taxes. There are more and more developments in the energy sector, lowering emissions for refining oil and gas, for transporting energy. That's coming from programs in place that incentivize companies to invest in these types of things. The carbon tax doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It will not work. It's raising the cost of everything. So Canadians have a choice between a plan that is proven to fail and will make life more expensive, or our plan that fights against global emissions and lowers the cost of living.
Now, you are a father of 5 children. I see your campaign sometime with your wife together. Parents always want to do their best for their children and give them the best. What is your parenting style? Can you tell our viewers a little bit about your parenting style? I'm talking about, are you a tough father, authoritarian, or you are permissive and indulgent?
Well, my wife and I are proud parents of 5 wonderful children, and they are at the center of our lives. With everything we do for them. We want them to have a good life. We want them to live in a great country. We both have different parenting styles. I would say I'm a softie that every once in a while can be very tough, and so I'm often the one that might be saying no to a second or third dessert, or saying no to a bowl of ice cream right before supper. But I am a softie when it comes to bedtimes, and sometimes if my kids say, "Can we watch a movie?" Even if it's on a school night, sometimes they'll say, "Okay, well, we'll watch half a movie," and bedtimes get kind of later. So we do the best we can. When we're on the road a lot, it's tough. We have Jill's mother is helping watch the kids right now, but they are the center of everything we do in our lives.
Now that's the way you bring up your children. But will you use the same kind of style when you manage a country, not just a family?
Well, I think when we're talking about running a country, we need Canadians need to know exactly what they're going to get. So I will run a very disciplined government. We will keep our promises. We will live within our means. We will bring in a criminal justice system that puts the rights of honest Canadians, law-abiding Canadians first, and ensure that gang members and people who traffic illegal firearms or who sell drugs face serious consequences for their crimes, because we have to do that in order to keep our community safer. Because you as a law-abiding citizen should have your rights come before a repeat or dangerous or violent criminal. So that's the type of country I will lead.
Now, the last question I would like to talk to you is about the way you manage your caucus. Now, I know how you manage your family, your country, but your caucus. If a caucus member, they have some idea not the same as you, or they have to vote on an issue of conscience, and they have a different idea with you, will you allow them to exercise their conscience? Or you said, if you don't agree with me, get out of my caucus?
We are the only party that recognizes that there are different points of view on different issues. We have a party policy, free votes on matters of conscience. There are some issues that I have committed not to reopen, and as Prime Minister, I will vote against attempts to reopen that. But we are the only party that recognizes that you should have free votes on matters of conscience. Beyond matters of conscience, we do believe that on key matters of party policy, members of Parliament should support the team. If you got elected on a plan to get rid of the carbon tax or lower taxes or toughen penalties for violent offenders, you should support that, because that was the party policy that you ran under. But we do have many issues that come before Parliament, and our caucus is always the one that has the most number of members of Parliament who vote freely, because we recognize that at the end of the day, your member of Parliament works for you. It should be a voice for your riding in Ottawa and not just a voice for Ottawa in your riding.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scheer, to come to our program, and good luck in your election.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.